Persona 5 has been a worldwide success. Ever since its launch in 2016, it has gained universal praise from anyone who has embarked on the adventure with Joker and the Phantom Thieves. With successes comes some spin-offs, am I right? And Persona 5 is no different. There's been a total of 3 mainline spin-off titles, with the first being the rhythm title Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight. We got the enhanced re-release with Persona 5 Royal, and we got the hack and slash Dynasty Warriors sequel with Persona 5 Strikers, and one more with Persona Q2 if you count that too. In 2023 we got a chance to add to the list though with a tactical RPG featuring the Persona 5 cast. Hey guys, my name is Peter aka King Exodus, and in today's video we're going to be reviewing Persona 5 Tactica. Developed by Atlas and P Studios, they brought us a grid-based strategy RPG which is completely different from the traditional turn-based combat that Persona is known for. Tactica did release on the PlayStation's Xbox, PC, and Nintendo Switch, but I played it on PS5. I played a portion of Persona 5 Tactica on my Twitch stream at twitch.tv/KingExodus, so maybe going over there to support me when I go live would be really appreciated. But with all that out of the way, let's just get into it. Persona 5 Tactica is set after the second semester of Persona 5 Royal. So I strongly recommend you finish Persona 5 Royal, or at minimum play the vanilla version at least. The story begins with the Persona 5 cast getting ready for their graduation from Shujin Academy at their usual hangout spot, Cafe LeBlanc. The TV starts to report on a missing persons report, which turned out to be an important politician named Toshiro Kasukabe. Instantaneously, the Phantom Thieves are transported into what seems to look like a metaverse-like world, but this time instead of palaces, they are in kingdoms. Almost immediately, they are introduced to the kingdom's ruler, the tyrant Mari, and her henchmen, the Legionnaires. That's when Joker and Morgana get saved by a mysterious woman named Irina. Irina turns out to be the leader of a freedom group called the Rebel Corps, and officially aligns with the Phantom Thieves to put a stop to Mari's rule, and also getting them home. In their infiltration of Mari's castle, they find the missing politician Toshiro, who turns out to have a grave deal of connections to Mari and her kingdom. Persona 5 Tactica is told through glorious cinematic cutscenes during the most important story beats, and 2D portraits for the most part in the rest of the game. The game also incorporates a much different look from the usual Persona 5 look, bringing back the more chibi art style that was around in another Persona spin-off, Persona Q and Q2. Though there are similarities, character designer Hanako Oribe felt, and quote, that the decision to retain the character's original proportions and other appearances while placing more emphasis on exaggerating their hands and feet resulted in a look more reminiscent to a comic book, which I completely agree with, and honestly they look really good in all fairness. Hey, Morgana looks like she fits more into the world, so there's that. Despite the change in art style, the charm and flair that comes with Persona 5 still shines. Being that this is the first tactical strategy attempt for the series, of course a lot of the combat elements had to be reworked slightly. Instead of initiating battles versus enemies, in between story events you will be tasked with completing missions. Each mission will be where combat will take place, maneuvering around in a grid-like arena filled with enemies with 3 party members, using leverage from blocks or corners to block from being attacked, and using ladders and stairs to get top positioning, all in an effort to get a strategic melee or gun attack without setting yourself up for an attack. Party members can help you out during your attacks as well, like when you throw someone off the top of a building, could lead to a teammate attacking them as they fall to the ground. And finding these special attacks can help you quickly wipe out enemies. Also, every mission does have 3 rewards that you can net, and if you don't succeed in getting it on your first playthrough, you can replay in the replay menu. Obviously this is a game called Persona, and of course you can use them as well. In this game though, the Persona attacks have changed a little bit. For the most part in Persona games, Personas usually have type affinities associated with it, like Ann's Carmen Persona is a fire type. But that's not how it works in Tactica. In this game, attacks do not have element affinities. Using the Ann example, she can use her Agi attack, and it'll have its base attack, but it'll have a burn affinity. And that's not the only one, there's Despair for Joker and Shock for Luigi's attacks, just to name a few. This helps with offsetting the enemy's lack of typing. Personas aren't the only attacks that will have affinities, as your weapons can get some affinities as well. There's also a star meter above the HP SP bar, and that raises as you perform attacks during your turns, and maxing that star out allows you to hit a voltage skill. These special skills will play a brief cutscene showing the party member and their persona before they unleash a powerful attack. Learning to be able to stack these elemental affinities with strategic leverage is vital to executing the one more attack, which returns in this game. If the party member or an enemy are not covered or have some kind of affinity attached, a one more will be initiated, allowing you another round to move around and get in another attack. Getting perfect positioning on the battlefield can net you an all-out attack called a triple threat, which is after you initiate a one more. If your party is set in a triangle positioning with enemies in it, you'll get a nice little cutscene with some heavy damage. Spreading your party out can be dangerous but can net you some serious rewards. In Tactica, you don't level up your individual party members as you do in most Persona games, but your party will have a collective team level, allowing the use of stronger personas the higher the level the team is. In Tactica, the main protagonist's ability to hold multiple personas is not here anymore, but to offset that, each team member can hold on to an extra persona in battle to expand their combat abilities, giving each character a little different flexibility. There's also skill trees for each player character as well. In these skill trees, you'll have 3 different groups. Each will help grow your party members' stats, expand on their attack or gain some unique skills, and help build combat techniques. To max out these skill trees, you'll need to use growth points or GP. Growth points are earned by completing quests or taking part in talking events. Both the quests and the talking events can be initiated at the gang's hangout spot. As you progress through the story, you will unlock some of these quests, which serve as your side quests for Tactica. Now, talking events are moments where you talk to your teammates and you guys kind of engage on where the story is at that moment. These net you the most GP. Unfortunately, Igor is separated from the Velvet Room and doesn't return in Tactica, but Lady Lavenza takes his place, assisting Joker with his persona needs. The Velvet Room is depicted as a furnace, and Lavenza uses it to help you by fusing personas that you have or allowing you to draw from the Persona Compendium for old registered personas at a cost. You can also forge some powerful weapons for your party to use. Persona games are known for their music, and Tactica is no different. Returning was Lynn, the artist that brought to life some awesome Persona 5 music, to perform the title track, Revolution of the Heart, which is a great song in my opinion. There are some other great songs and songs that set up the mood for the game, but is that really a surprise? The voice acting is awesome as always, though at times the voice acting volume can be a little off with some of the characters, which is weird. But nevertheless, they did a great job of bringing back the characters that have been beloved since 2016 and integrating Toshiro and Irina seamlessly into the Persona 5 universe. After you see the credits run, this game has a New Game Plus, allowing you to replay the entire game and get access to the more powerful personas. Also, if you finish the game and want more Persona 5 Tactica, besides just playing the game, you could play the DLC Repaint Your Heart, which brings back Akechi and Kasumi from Royal in a DLC exclusive Fifth Kingdom. Personally, I think this is a must play for fans of the Persona 5 universe. This game is not just a cash grab, and to be honest, I completely undersold the story, mainly because I'm trying not to spoil anything. It's more than just a Persona 5 story, it's a story of Toshiro and Irina, where the Persona 5 characters are the help and are like background characters. Again, don't want to spoil anything, so definitely go play this game yourself. But you know, following Persona 5, Royal, Strikers, and P5X, which I haven't even played yet, I think I could speak for everyone that we're all but ready to move on to Persona 6 at this point. Now it's time to score Persona 5 Tactica. In a game where the runtime was 19 hours for me personally, I had a lot of fun with it, but I feel like it came up a little bit too short for greatness. So personally, I give Persona 5 Tactica a 7 out of 10. I still think this is a really good spin-off title for Persona 5, but let me know in the comments what you thought of my score. And if you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more gaming content like my review on Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, which should be right here, or what YouTube thinks you'll like from my channel, which should be right here. Thank you for watching this video, and until next time, your boy King Exodus is out.